Hello, everyone. Welcome to Langer to Mike Live. Sorry I missed the Cowboys preview and post game last week. Was a little bit busy, but I'm here to say one thing. Doing a Cowboys-Giants preview this week, of course. And this is simple. The Cowboys better beat the Giants on Sunday. They better. Because if they don't, I quit life. Okay, maybe not to that extent, but the Cowboys really aren't going to lose to Jason Garrett and Joe Judge and Daniel Jones at home, right? They're not, right? They're not going to get outdueled by okay, maybe Saquon can run a little bit, but Daniel Jones with his turnovers, with his interceptions, with his fumbles, Cowboys with their ability to take the ball away this year, leading the league in turnovers. Trayvon Diggs with 5 of those. Daniel Jones has, by the way, I had this a second ago, 32 through 3 seasons. He has 32 fumbles. Daniel Jones has 23 interceptions to go with those 32 fumbles in 3 seasons. So, to me, I've said this so much. I don't know if I've said this here yet, though, but I've said this every day, or maybe not every day, but often enough in the last whatever many months, that if you lose to the New York Giants, it's not because they beat you. It's because you sucked. I'm talking to you, New Orleans Saints, because they lost 27-21 in overtime to the Giants. But even the Falcons, how bad are the Atlanta Falcons? They still went up to the Meadowlands and beat the Giants. I mean, they're basically trying to win games in the 90s. Like, if I'm a Giants fan, and I just can't believe that they're putting so much faith for this long in Joe Judge and Jason Garrett and Daniel Jones. They could have had Justin Fields, but nope. They believe in Daniel Jones. They believe in his 32 fumbles and his 23 interceptions in the last 3 seasons for some reason. They believe in him being 3-9, 5-9, and 1-3 in each year in his 3 seasons. And okay, yeah, sure, the Cowboys lost to the Giants in that Week 17 matchup last year, but they didn't have Dak Prescott, and they had Mike Nolan coordinating their defense. So, and a college team could probably run wild on that defense with the way they were playing last year. Not actually, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, Cowboys. Obviously, I took them. By the way, Cowboys are my pick in Survivor this week because that's how bad the New York Giants are. Since also that photo that Odell Beckham and all the Giants wide receivers posted back in 2016 before they got demolished by the Packers in that wildcard game, I think they have like 11 wins since then, something like that. So 11 and like 40 something. So very simple this week. Cowboys have the better quarterback, the better coaching, the better offense, the better. You know what? That's one thing I will say. Saquon might be better than Zeke, but Zeke is 2016 Zeke so far this year, so that might even be a wash. Cowboys have the better offensive line. Cowboys have probably the better defense with the way they're playing right now. Okay, they're getting up a lot of yards passing, but it's because the Cowboys blew the game open against Carolina. They demolished the Eagles, and they played Justin Herbert and Tom Brady. So naturally, they're going to give up a lot of passing yards. And also rankings don't mean anything this early, still don't mean anything this early in the season. I would say until week 8 or week 10, you can't say, oh, so-and-so has the best defense. Oh, so-and-so has the number this month, this ranked offense or this ranked defense. Carolina had the best rushing defense, the number one, whatever, everything defense coming into that game last week. Cowboys demolished them because the Panthers had played the Jets and they had played the Saints with no coaches, and they played Davis Mills and the Texans. So context. They're not to discredit them because I like Sam Darnold in that system. I like that defense. They are a good defense, and they just got Stephon Gilmore. That's a good team, but Cowboys are a better team. And the Cowboys sure as heck aren't the Jets or the Davis Mills Texans or the Saints with no coaches. Although then again, the Saints did lose to the Giants. So who knows? The Saints are one of the most difficult teams to judge this year. But anyway, all comes down to this. Again, Cowboys have pretty much the advantage on everything over the Giants in this game. The Giants have been a team that are so mediocre that they are maybe even worse than 8-8. Because even when the Cowboys were 8-8 almost every year with Jason Garrett, or 3 years in a row, and then what was it, 12-4, 4-12, 13-3, 8-8, 10-6, or 13-3, yeah, 8-8, or 9-7, then 10-6, whatever. Even the Cowboys were mediocre. At least they had a quarterback. At least they had a Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. Until Dak Prescott got hurt, obviously, a couple of years ago. But the Giants are still putting blind faith in Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones is good enough to not make them go 2-14 and 3-13, or this year 4-13 and 3-14. But he's not good enough to lead them to victories in a crappy division and lead them to division wins. When they upset Seattle last year, Colt McCoy was their quarterback. And I said that last year when the Giants actually had potentially a chance to win the division, I thought that they had a better chance with Colt McCoy than Daniel Jones. That was me. But anyway, all this to say is, Cowboys should absolutely demolish the Giants in this game. I'm going to be nice here and say by a score of, let's say, 37-20. Even that's a little bit generous. 37-20. Because, maybe the Giants will get some garbage time scores. But, that's my prediction. 37-20. Also, Jalen Smith cut earlier this week. This was an interesting week of football here. Jalen Smith was cut. And I was a little bit surprised also by the timing. But I'm confident in Dan Quinn and his ability to mix in Leighton Vander Esch. Obviously, Micah Parsons at the linebacker spot or the edge rusher spot. But between Micah Parsons, Leighton Vander Esch, Keanu Neal, who's coming back, Donovan Wilson, even who's coming back, and Jaron Kearse into those linebacker snaps. When they play nickel, pretty much over 80% of the time anyway. So I am confident in, although then again, you know what? I will say this, maybe against the Jason Garrett offense, maybe you'll be more in base defense. So we'll maybe see that more often because they're going to try to run the football on 1st and 10 and 2nd and 10 because it's Jason Garrett and this is what they do. So 37-20. But anyway, Jalen Smith, to me, it was just, again, the guy's just got to fill a gap. He just has to fill a gap. I mean, obviously, he got the big contract. And obviously, look, great guy off the field, in the locker room, and in the community and all that. A leader on this team. He was a leader on this team. And I wish him all the best in Green Bay now. But, I'm just the guy just couldn't fill a gap. It's that simple. I mean, you look at all of the biggest runs the Cowboys have surrendered this year, and it's Jalen Smith not filling a gap. So just like it was last year. So even under a new scheme, it seems like he hasn't quite figured it out yet, which he figured out in 2018. But anyway, 37-20 is my prediction. And it would have been nice to get Stephon Gilmore for a 6th-round pick, but with the cap maneuvering that the Cowboys would have had to do, it would have been interesting. But I feel like if they really want to do it, they would have. I just feel like you can still afford to maybe do better than Anthony Brown on the outside, but that's just me. But 37-20 is my prediction versus the Giants. And also, obviously, shout out to this guy right here who decided to take a leave of absence. It was Jonathan Drouin earlier in the year. Now it's Carey Price, or going into the NHL Player Assistance Program. So, there's Howard Korber, Braden Korber. Gilmore would have been a big pickup at corner. I feel like whether it's Stephon Gilmore or someone else that's potentially on the market, maybe Desmond King out of Houston, maybe anyone. I feel like Anthony Brown is playing okay, but he is being picked on by opposing offenses. So it's like the Cowboys are serious at making a push this year for a Super Bowl, then they got to be buyers at the trade deadline and see what they can get for a 6th or 5th round pick, whether it's a center, whether it's a someone in the secondary, maybe even a defensive tackle. Although they've been pretty good with Osa and Neville Gallimore. Hopefully they'll come back. But anyway, yeah, just I want to come here and rant for 10 minutes about the Giants. And obviously Carey Price taking the leave of absence. Just posted a video about it on my Twitter at Mike Langer. Also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Mike Langer. And yeah, that's all we have here. Just again, wanted to rant about the how bad the Giants are for 10 minutes and the fact the Cowboys should destroy them. So that's all we have here on this episode of Langer up the Mic. Give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel as usual. And happy Canadian Thanksgiving for those in Canada. And happy Cowboys being the Giants asses this weekend for everyone else. So yeah, take care and thank you for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you again next time.